That is extremely loud. Let me lower that a bit. The audio mixing in this game is just weird in general, right? Especially when the music plays. But yeah, welcome to, I think, would arguably the final story stream for Defiance Remastered. I'll probably play it a bit offline just to get the rest of the trophies, because I know there are a bunch of very miscellaneous ones to get. But for tonight, we are gonna finally put an end to the Elder God's scheming for now and give Kain that terrible gift. And to do that, we're gonna start off with Raziel. And arguably the final shrine in the game. The Spirit Forge. It's such a different feeling. I just can't get over it. I think I say this every stream. Just having the perspective like this. And as you can see, we can't exactly do much here just yet. I think this is time too. Water and earth. Yeah, each time he'll drag it down a bit and we have to find a path upwards in time. I think this might be easier if we take the air river approach here. No, this is an earth river font, okay. What do you do, my friend? Makes platforms. I see, so we have to have the air reaver active when we're going that route, and I'll need the water reaver as soon as we change from that point onward. No, I sort of remember this puzzle being a lot more complex than it is. Or maybe my younger brains can figure it out as much. Water Reaver. And Air Reaver. Wait, this is the Fire Reaver. I always mistake those two. Hey Jack, you are pretty much just catching us at the very end of Defiance here. The final segment of the game, more or less. I'll probably finish this tonight and then move on to... so the title says, of course. Yeah, I'll probably finish this and move on to either Resident Evil, or I've actually seen that Demon X Machina is on sale with the deals. I don't quite remember the price. Wait, let me check that real quick. The new Demon X Machina. I was thinking of getting Resident Evil, but there's a part in my brain that's like, we can just wait till it goes on discount, but that's probably going to be a while. Demon X Machina. Yeah, Demon X Machina Titanic Scion is now for $35 as opposed to $70, which is quite a significant. Sorta, okay, I'll take your word for it then. There are a couple of other titles in the PSN store. Okay, understood. Understood. air and earth final fonts here. Let's figure out our path this way before. We'll have to use the same route. I feel like I need a different route here. There's water coming out here, so not only I'll be using the air reaver. I'll take a look at the other discounts because I feel like I'd rather play something on discount than just go for a more expensive game at the moment. Okay, so it's just use water font and then earth again. A bit of a run, but we can do it. Right, I can't interact here either. Do I need to drain it or just use the earth reaver? I just use the earth reaver. The final puzzle as Raziel isn't particularly difficult. It's more like a time trial of sorts. Now you're meeting the tentacles you see are basically the person who's been responsible for all the suffering in this game. More or less. And we're trying to prevent him from actually succeeding here. Although we've been doing a very bad job of it, considering that Raziel pretty much just walked into each and every trap they set up. Oh, there's one more? Oh, was I too late for that? No, I don't think I was. Okay, just going to drop down. Raziel actually ends up getting trapped here regardless. White roses. That was a time trial trophy. I didn't even realize it. A very generous one by the looks of it. And Ariel will finally appear here, giving us the Spirit Reaver.
The Forge summons the spirit of every balanced guardian to itself for this final purpose.
Ariel? You?
Yes, Raziel. Yet I am much more than I was. The veil is lifted from my
What a difference from the PS2 model right here.
united with the souls of my
Although she kind of looks freaky, even as is.
for the final baptism of the blade. To restore balance, the sword must be rendered pure by spirit. Release me, Raziel. The Soul Reaver has the power. Release us all. For this we will call.
That wide-eyed stare.
You have done well, Raziel. But there is one more trial for you to bear. You must unite what has been set asunder. Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true endeavor.
The Reaver now blazed with purifying flame. But far from being enlightened, I found myself entangled in an even greater web of mysteries. What had Janos expected me to learn? And what of Ariel's cryptic message? If the sword was endowed for the Scion of Balance, for Kain, and he was now dead, what hope remained?
Except he's not dead, Raziel.
And soon, I dreaded to think what these ominous rumblings might portend.
Dragged us down quite a bit, Elder God. I still feel like there's one more puzzle left where you kind of have to use the Spirit Reaver to do a few more things. So we'll see. Yeah, the game audio balancing is kind of whack. I'm trying to keep the audio low, but occasionally when the sound effects overlap, it's very loud. I don't think the Elder God's gonna let us go, though. Yeah, the music also.
Ornamental shield. Spirit Reaver.
The most powerful Reaver, Spirit, is filled with the calm purity bestowed by the souls of all Privian's Balance Guardians. This weapon strikes down the impure with cleansing flame, delivering their souls with its searing Sophic light. Major damage increase, splash damage to enemies in the area, can kill some foes, liberate souls. Yeah, this is the most powerful Reaver in the game, more or less, for Raziel's side. I still feel like the Elder God's up to something, because he won't let us, or at least that's how I remember it, right? Raziel actually gets trapped at some point, and then you have to shift to Kain beyond that to do the very final segment of the game. Oh right, it's when I take the Reaver back to Janos, it's only then things go haywire, because the whole trap by the Hilden is they manipulated Raziel in order to bring Janos back, but Janos is actually the key to unlocking the realm where all the enemies are kind of stuck in. Ow, leave me alone. You guys are in tier 2. Wait a minute, the path's blocked. Excuse me? Was this not the way for me to go? It is the way for me to go. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm not fighting any of the enemies now because there's really no need. I don't need the EXP. And there's kind of no point, honestly. And here is where Raziel will finally realize his mistake. Oh, so give me a sec, I'm getting a call. All right. Sorry about that. Got a call from a pretty close friend. He was like, why don't you join us for some food tomorrow evening?" And I'm like, no. Well, technically they were inviting me to an iftar meal, right? But after I break fast, I always get a few hours where I feel like very, very feverish, and I even have to take meds for it because the spike in blood sugar just makes me very unwell. So I'm like, yeah, bad idea. And I'm like, even my elder sister invited me this year, and I'm like, yeah, no, not this year. I'll just stay home and get some rest. So I kind of avoided the whole thing for now. I feel bad about doing it, but that is kind of the whole reason. All right. Anyways, back to here, where we'll shift to the material realm and finally get the last story segment. We'll play with Brazil for in the duration, I believe. Maybe a battle or two before that, though I don't quite remember.
Janos, what is this?
The binding is failing. All is lost.
We had arrived at that cataclysmic moment when a younger Kain faced his fateful dilemma as Balance Guardian. Choosing self-preservation over sacrifice, he doomed the pillars to eternal ruin.
Raziel, there may yet be hope. There is one who will be called. You must seek the Scion of Balance. Dear God! Raziel, we meet again. You have played your part flawlessly. It is gratifying to attain both freedom and vengeance in a single stroke. No! You cannot! This one is strong. Good. My next move requires a more durable host. Mortals are such fragile vessels. Willing or not, you have provided the instrument of our victory.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet.
You pathetic creature. You haven't got a clue. The seduction of the Circle and possession of Mortanius, Ariel's murder, the corruption and collapse of the Pillars, all orchestrated as a prelude to this moment. We sought an incorruptible vessel, and you provided one. We required the blood of our ancient enemy, and you delivered Janos Aldrin. Having first been lured to the heart of darkness. Best of all, you murdered the Scion of Balance to get it. We've already won. Raziel, you must not allow them to carry out their plan. Kill me, and you end it now. Suicidal like the rest of them. Know your place, Raziel. The true hero plays his role and then steps aside. You deluded ghoul. Do you so wish to die a martyr for the vampire's lost cause?
You're not leaving this chamber. I will destroy Janos if I have to.
Very well, then. I'll indulge you.
music's actually so loud. I don't even mind because this is one of the best themes this entire series has. But let me just tone it down so it's a lot softer for the rest of you all. Janos is a lot simpler for fighting than any other boss in this game, to be honest. Even the Guardians were a lot more annoying than Janos. Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay. It didn't work on him. Okay. I should have probably kept the power up. He's in the counter wings form.
Raziel, finish it before he returns. You should have listened to me. Now it is finished, and thus a new epic has its beginning.
Well, now we finally move on to the last segment.
See, however far you stray, you will always return to me. Surrender, Raziel.
Never!
Your efforts are wasted, Raziel. That weapon you bear, however endowed, remains only a wraith blade. It cannot touch me.
I will not be your prisoner.
You have no choice. Your task is fulfilled. Kain has been cleared from the board, and this chamber made ready for my more malleable servants. There is nothing more for you to do.
I refuse to bend my will.
It has always been my will you satisfy, never your own.
You parasitic fraud. You're forced to imprison me because I possess free will.
You possess nothing. As you are undying, your soul cannot be returned to the wheel. But it may console you to abide here in eternity with me. Mobius, my good servant, I call you to the place of our first meeting. Return to me here.
It's interesting that after Raziel defeats Kain, they sort of lose track of what happens to him. Like, because they all assume Kain is dead. And to be fair, if you pull out someone's heart, they are usually dead.
I awoke to find myself in a shadowy realm. A disquieting stillness lay where my heart had been, the heart that had belonged to Janus Audrun all along. How was it possible that I still lived?
Yeah, that's never quite explained.
That will go first. This realm will render you hideous. You will go mad, and will not know it.
What is this place?
Do you not think of this place every day, vampire? Or are we truly forgotten? This is the exile into which we were driven. But soon now, soon we will be free. We will be free.
So these guys are just corrupted hillmen now that I think about it. Like other enemies do, which makes them. Oh, so why is the audio just off in this entire section? I'll just keep it low. My greatest weapon, my air combo, is not usable. Oh, two of them even died, and I didn't even notice it. Okay, we might be in a bit of a pickle here. Please. Yeah, the moment you hit them even once, they start countering, which is kind of annoying. I know there's a way to make it so that your inputs are like taken in over and over again. I like to toss Kain around quite a bit too. For heaven's sake. The ground slams me. Kain somehow refusing to actually drink this thing's blood makes a lot of sense. Thankfully, I think on some fundamental level, right? On some very odd level, the developers were aware just of how clunky their combat was, so they kind of avoid making sure that you're trapped in there without any health refills.
I felt strongly drawn, compelled even, not to linger here, but to go to the vampire citadel at once.
I can blame you, Kain. All things considered. Actually, a little segment here that I didn't notice before. Oh, it's mist. Never mind. It almost looks like a solid floor. I wonder if that's the case on the older graphics too. No, in the older one, it's actually a lot more clear that it is mist. That said, I'm also hearing strange whispers. I could clearly make out somebody saying deified over and over again, which is kind of weird. Of course, we have a health pickup here for Kain. I get the feeling I found everything for Kain, just not for Raziel. I might have missed a TK rune or an arcane tome somewhere, but for the most part, I feel like I found each and everything in Kain's journey. Is there a weird claw above here? Yeah, the worst part of these guys is that they'll just toss Kain around, which is not fun. And somehow they're... They have super armor to a lot of your own attacks, which is not fun either. Interestingly enough, I did not have to engage that thing there. But the next room will probably lock me in. There we go. Just trading blows at the moment now. There has to be a more optimal way of dealing with these guys. I refuse to believe it's so annoying. So let's temporarily unlock this. Myself a little health. Because there'll be an infernal demon here too, probably.
Victors!
Oh, I should have gotten the Reaver Spirit from that thing. Is he not dead after all that? finally facing some human enemies after this. I think these guys are infinite too. Did he? What? I don't know why he gave off that weird scream. So interestingly enough, the air river path is here. I wonder if there's something up here for Kain, and I kind of doubt it. Yeah, nothing really around here. It is interesting that you can access that place though. So let me take a quick look at the back too. Yeah, I feel like I've been a lot more exploratory with Kain than with Raziel. I don't know, something about Raziel's level design just makes it easier for my brain to find the critical path and not the way you need to go to find stuff. Wait. Kain? Oh, you can't use the door. I have to fly out, of course. And you can see the vampire citadel in the background over there.
I knew what ominous hour this was in Nosgoth's history. For here was the event that had shaped my entire existence. I had cast my fate, refusing the sacrifice, damning the pillars, and founding my doomed empire upon their ruins. I would raise the Salafan priests to be my closest lieutenants, and would one day cast the strongest of them, my servant Raziel, into the abyss, dealing one last hand to play against fate. But in the end, had it made any difference? Had I misread the signs, as Mobius told me? In my arrogance, had I missed my cast at destiny?
Not quite. Although we'll probably never know how your story ends. Is another rune here? Oh, it's a TK rune. That makes more sense, all things considered. Because I was like, I probably missed a TK rune for Kain. But you're really quiet in the vampire citadel. No enemies or anything around here. Which kind of makes sense, all things considered. Just taking a look around. Making sure we don't miss one last secret. Yeah, I think that's it. This is just the final confrontation with the Elder God and Mobius. The water has been drained. Oh yeah, because It can't get through otherwise. And the final ominous walk up to the Elder Gods chamber. Well, technically it's a Spirit Forge, but it does seem like the Elder Gods borrowed right underneath it. Which would make this where the Abyss is later on, I guess. The final mural's down there too. Yeah, he sees Mobius.
The Hilden are merely an inconvenient consequence. They will be dealt with in time. It is a small price to pay for Kain's death.
You're a bit premature.
Kain!
Is there a crack in your omniscience after all, Mobius? First, your omniscience, and now your powers. You're slipping badly.
This is not possible.
The part of me that staff affected is no longer in its place. But you already knew that, didn't you? I always was considered heartless. And now, Mobius, it is time.
To kill me? Again? Your only solution for every problem. Kill.
This is not a debate. You see, this time, you have nothing that I want.
You think this will matter? I serve one who has power over life and death.
Then go to him.
This final set of sequences is my favorite.
His devoted servant. Soon, all pain will fade, and my master will bring me life once more.
And in this world, Raziel will be waiting for him.
Master, my apologies. A momentary oversight. Somehow Kain still lives, and has unexpectedly dispatched me. Make use of your good servant, and... Go to your master, then. I release you to the wheel. Oh, God, no. Do you see it now? The monster that you served. Is this what you imagined when you worshipped it? No! And in that knowledge, go.
Go.
And
feed it.
I release you.
Your petty actions are irrelevant, Raziel. Mobius was a good servant, but he was of no further use. His long life had run its course. You see, even when you rebel, you are doing my will.
Perhaps. But something has changed, hasn't it? You didn't foresee Kain's return.
You have both traced your paths along the wheel. This is where the journey ends.
You haven't the means to kill either one of us.
Ah, but you can be stopped. And you will come to understand how oblivion can be a mercy. You and Kain will spend eternity buried here together, praying for the merciful release of a death that will never come.
But I was armed with newfound knowledge, and it burned within me.
Redeemer and Destroyer.
Mobius had never seen his master until the Soul Reaver purified his sight. Even the ancient vampires had no idea what it was they so righteously worshipped.
You must unite what has been set asunder.
All the conflict and strife throughout history, all the fear and hatred, served but one purpose: to keep my master's wheel turning. all souls were prisoners, trapped in the pointless round of existence, leading distracted, blunted lives until death returned them, always in ignorance, to the wheel.
The coin is still turning.
But what hope had there been? One cannot fight the unseen.
Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true endeavor.
Despair, Raziel. There is no escape.
It was then I knew what I had to do. I alone could end this.
Kain, do you so enjoy death?
Yes.
Raziel. No!
Yes. This is how...
No! Raziel!
The Soul Reaver, pure of all corruption. This is what it is for. This is what I am for.
And as always,
Become one.
I am your right hand.
Soul Reavers, together. And the Scion of Balance is healed. And I am not your enemy, not your destroyer. I am, as before, your right hand, your sword.
No! Raziel, this can't be the way.
And now you will see the true enemy.
Raziel. And it was then I saw.
So, I am revealed to you at last.
What in hell?
I am the origin of life, the devourer of death. I am the hub of the wheel, the purifying cycle to which all souls must be drawn.
Had I condemned Raziel to this nightmare when I cast him into the abyss?
You may ponder the futility of your ambitions as you spend a deathless eternity beneath a mountain of rubble. You and your Soul Reaver will go equally mad as the eons pass. The Citadel of the Apostates will become your living tomb.
Your words are heartening. For you would not fear us unless we could truly do you harm.
No! You are nothing!
False god. This is the end. The final turn of your wheel.
The audio is just jumping up right at the end. I had a feeling that's going to happen. The cutscene seems to have a different audio trigger, and I'm not entirely sure what's happening there because the volume is at 100%.
You will never defeat me, Kain.
Yeah, I kind of don't remember how we fought this guy.
You will never defeat me, Kain.
Oh, right. Once you get rid of the tentacle, you can actually enter the barrier and give his eye a few good whacks. He's going the infernal demon route and just blocking everything now. Ow! Oh, come on. I lost my chance. Okay. The barrier was open.
Game long enough.
And you can't hit
Never defeat me, Kain.
the hand until he's stopped moving.
I've endured your game long enough.
Oh, it still has a hitbox.
Never escape.
Come on, game. There we go. And finally took a hit. I already lost a lot of blood though. Not ideal. That hitbox, I swear to God.
I will bury you.
Yes, I can hit you actually. Oh, wait. There was a glowing eye. I don't remember this fight at all. I don't suppose there's a healing font around here. Ow.
You will never break from the wheel of fate.
His tentacle's still around.
Your broken body will be buried here for all eternity.
Sorry, give me a sec. There we go. Kind of need to sneeze there. Now we got 2 tentacles. Great. Yeah, that aiming. One down. Oh, not one down. I am
Sacrifice has been made in vain, Razia.
very likely just gonna die here. Ow.
You cannot defeat me.
Ugh. The tracking on that particle is just... Ow! Okay.
This defiance is pointless.
Yep. Might be my first death of the game. Other than to falling into water. But now we know what we need to do, more or less. Ow. Really? Either camera's pretty good at dealing with whatever's going on here. I just have to wait on the side. Does he attack me directly? Yeah, he does attack me directly. Oh.
You will never defeat me, Kain.
The tracking. Oh, come on. This might just be an easier way to deal with it.
You will never escape.
Gotta do it a bit more quickly.
You will never break from the wheel of fate. I will bury you.
Oh, the camera shaking. Threw me off a bit there.
This cannot be.
Oh, that U-turn by the particle. Wow, okay, your tracking is crazy.
I will bury you.
There's a little glow when you can actually attack it now. I didn't even notice that before.
I will bury you. I will bury you.
Oh, no, it's gonna be me who's gonna get out of here. Not you, Elder God.
You cannot destroy me. I am the engine of life itself. The wheel will turn. The plague of your kind will be purged from this world. And on that inevitable day, your wretched, stagnant soul will finally be mine.
And then
Time.
you'd best burrow deep. Okay, just walking away from that whole instance like that.
Now at last, the masks had fallen away. The strings of the puppets had become visible, and the hands of the Prime Mover exposed. Most ironic of all was the last gift that Raziel had given me. More powerful than the sword that now held his soul, more acute even than the vision his sacrifice had accorded me. The first bitter taste
of that terrible illusion. Hope.
Kain refused the sacrifice.
Well, that's it. It's all the... Well, I guess we still have Blood Omen and Blood Omen 2, but I don't think I'll be able to get those in any easier way. But for all the remastered versions, we finally just managed to get out of all of them. I can't continue it now, but I can load from Chapter 12. Took me 8 hours to beat. And the making of Defiance. You get a few bonus stuff now that you've completed the game. I think I remember these being in the original Defiance release as well. A character sheet for Kain. That's a very nice resource to have, especially on that high level detail. Like, I'd love to have the skill to actually draw Kain in something like Blender or ZBrush. And here we have Blood Element 2 Kain. The Nobleman Kain, Kain's Sigil. Raziel. Raziel for some reason feels very cartoonishly drawn when compared to Kain, right? Ticks dig me. A little note in the corner. Kinda amazing just to see the concept art. Like, just to see where they were coming from. I'm guessing this might have been one of the original designs they were thinking of for Raziel. He went through so many iterations. There's a more handsome version of him too, with his face not too obscured. Obscured. Oh, I see. I didn't even realize. His sigil is actually matching the wings. They have everything in proportion to everything just drawn out with guidelines to make sure you have a good reference sheet. Oh, this is one of the skins we have, the Angel of Death skins. And I think the current remaster actually has a lot better of this aerial than before. Warador. Warador looks so weird. This concept art is very interesting. It almost gives a very different feel to him too, to Rel. Wait, weren't they doing the ends of Tyrell's head with transparent maps? Is that what's happening? And now that I think about it, even Tyrell, like if you look at it from above, he kind of resembles his skin sigil. Nothing too much Mortanius that we can see. I mean, Janos went through a few iterations. I think they ended up with a more kind-looking Janos as opposed to these more angry ones. Oh, these guys are called Shades. Slua. Archons. This was a guy that was not there. Was this the starting concept for the large guy? Because this heel almost looks like a dwarf. Feral humans. Cenobites. This is a new one. Yeah, some concept art here that was not used. Oh wait, this is the Thunder Demon. Yeah, just seeing all of this after finishing the game. The concept artists do such a great job, right? It's a different feel from this, though, the final game, but I can kind of see where they were going for. We'd have gotten this. It looked amazing. Like, look at this stuff. Maybe one day, now that we have that terrible illusion of hope, we'll get a proper remake of all the games, allowing us to see the landscape as is. Even the Seraphant stronghold feels so different. I mean, this was not there. Sorry. Okay, this is resembling more of the Seraphant stronghold we have in game. The underworld. Yeah, they just drew everything, didn't they? Okay, the cemetery area kind of looks exactly like as is in the game. Except for maybe this chamber. Because I don't believe it was as well lit. In fact, it felt very claustrophobic going through that area. I'm just flipping through this, but I'd like to take my time and just compare it. I'm sure fans will take a lot of time. Yeah, I remember this. With the new camera, you can actually appreciate the level design a bit more. This almost looks like something I'd draw with my level of skill. I'm not... It's a good concept, I guess. The level of detail on some of these drawings, right? They put their heart and soul into some of these. Oh, you have color palettes too. The little area where Kain would get the balance emblem. They sort of put Raziel here too. With the waterfall. Oh, this is the other side. They combine these later, I guess. The pillars area feels very different. This was not the color swatch we had for it too, I think. Yes, Wardo's Mansion, the one place where I felt like the game drags on a little too long. That is a great shot. Did they originally intend for Wardo to come beat Raziel much earlier? Yeah, these... Well, I feel like the concept art has a very different mood, but these are as is in the game. Down to the lanterns. And the chandelier. It's this particular artwork with a little army down there. Oh, it's the paintings in the mansion. Is that Waterdorn? It almost looks like it is when he was more human. The gargoyle room. View to north. Water forge. View to south. Decorative metal, side view, heavy water stains. This is a place. Wait, was this in Wardour's mansion? I feel like I haven't come across. Well, this is the fire entry of place, but this almost looks like a forge of swords. The Vampire Citadel. I swear they put in the actual in-game model of Kain there to give an idea of the scale. That's such amazing concept art. This is a very different design. Don't quite recognize this area too. Avernus Cathedral. I wonder if you were originally meant to play as Raziel through the town in flames, and that's why they have concept art for it. The Water Forge. Interesting choice of a concept art for the Water Forge. Wait a minute. No, this is the cut concept. The cut one. Because we get this as a lost level. Because the Water Forge was supposed to be an entire thing where you had to levy the water up and down, I think, to complete the puzzle. Yeah, it was in the mountains like this. And we do have the lost levels for this. It's hard to appreciate just how much work goes into making a game until you see stuff like this, right? You always see the end product and you don't see just how many people worked on the concepts and the areas, and a lot of the stuff is just left on the cutting room floor. All the gates in the game, all the doors, the Sarafan doors. Is there an eye on the shield? Oh, right, because Elder God. This is the shield we pick up as a quest item. The light and dark. Oh, this is not in game. This is definitely a concept they did not use. This might be the way to the pillars by the looks of it. Yeah, it does feel that way, 'cause there's even a combined light and dark sigil in the middle. Yeah, it's taking the form. At the end, this was finally turned to the scones. We'd light up to enter the pillars, I believe. Like, so many concept art for this one area. The reaver symbol, the balance emblem. It's kind of interesting that the Elder God's visage is represented in these sigils, like almost like somebody in the past knew what he looked like. Some high-res artworks of all the elements. The Seraphan training dummy there, with the funny look. Oh yeah, these were definitely there in the original game. I remember these. And then slowly overlay the actual environment after doing a pass around the area. At this point, they must have made the entirety of the game And then he's just doing a little flyby with the camera. And you have photos of the entire team as well. Don't think they'd named anyone though. The little beanie. Somebody put the sunglasses on the Raziel. Michael Bell as Raziel, Simon Templeman as Kain, and the late Tony J as the Elder God. Richard Doyle, I believe, is Mobius. Rene Aberjonas, I do not know. Oh, wait, this is Janos, right? Ariel? Not aware. Greg Berger. Yeah, plenty of people here that I am not aware of their roles in the game. I have to look this up. So, very different soundtrack for the older credits. Isabel Lance, Matt Abbott, Joel Book, Manson, Tip House, Sundip, Darren McKenzie, lots of artists, Kevin Wood, JR, so. Brandon Fernandez. Only 2 people in the animation team? Jim Hedges. We have more people in animation and audio. I guess they did need to reach out to more people. Carol Wolf. Wardo was Black. Ariel was Amergun. Mortanius, Alistair Duncan, and Turrell was Greg Berger. Chappie. There's a tester called Chappie. Gromkey Fields. Forums moderator Butterfly Lord. What a name to be in the credits. Oh, did the audio cut off? The audio did cut off. Eclipse advertising. Yeah, if you guys are wondering, I did not press anything, it just cut off suddenly. PTC, testing. Oh, lots of names in the special thanks section. And especially all of our friends and family who have missed us. Thank you for your never-ending support. Theater of Grand Guignol. What is that? I still don't have the bonus gallery unlocked either. Oh, are these animation tests for what they were practicing on? Kind of looks like it, right? And tarnation is happening here. Yeah, animation tests for the game. Only a very not text. What is all those handles? Entrance to Wardo's mansion. Are they? I guess they're. It's a facial rig and a hand and leg rig. Oh, the crab dudes. I hate these guys. What is this weird video here? Rezo is just sneaking past a bunch of orcs. Or are they just testing the orcs as a possible enemy? Or is that just a placeholder enemy right there? And almost feels like the game was meant to have a stealth aspect to this before. With these videos. Wait a minute, is that an early Tyrell? There are a lot of videos of this one particular scene. Well, they were just stuck in that one animation there. Some Looney Tunes weirdness happening right here. I think that's how they were originally going to introduce the hunters getting taken over by the Hilden too. Then they sort of changed it much later. What is this cutscene? And the shattering of the pillars. Oh, even that was meant to have a much more extensive cutscene, I guess. What incarnation is this? Okay. There's so much things that we did not know they were testing on. Like all the armor pieces and everything just being stolen by little goblins. Yeah, I'm still kind of missing some stuff there. And we have a bunch of the music here from a lot of different games. Yeah, that's it for Soul River Defiance. I'll probably just play the rest of the game offline because I want to platinum it. It's Defiance is definitely not my favorite among the collection, right? I still think Soul River 1 is, as long as per my tastes, the one that hits me the best, right? It has a bit of exploration. The combat isn't very good, but it is interesting because you have to use your environment. The bosses are puzzle-based. Maybe the Zelda-esque, or just that Metroidvania feeling of finding new abilities and figuring out bosses is a lot more fun for me than the combat in here. Defiance's combat is not good. I feel like I never remembered this after I finished the game, but whenever I come back to it, even with the remastered version, I feel a certain amount of frustration with how the enemies can suddenly just get out of their combos and just slam you in the face. Like, it feels like you're playing on the back foot a lot of the times, even though at the start of the game you are very much on the front of the foot until people start chucking stuff at you, which a lot of enemies do. Story-wise too, it's a bit light, especially early on. You get a lot of the reveals at the very end of the game, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today's stream. We actually managed to finish a lot earlier than I was expecting. No, maybe not too early. It's already 11:30 p.m. over here, but I'll call it for the day. If anyone's watching, take care and good night. I will go take a look at the trophy list and see what I need to do to finish this off. Take care, everyone.